starting out with the Luxe Legacy Eyeshadow Palette. I'm gonna pick up the color Pudding Girl right here. I'm gonna grab a small, fluffy blending brush, and a little bit of product goes a long way. These are very, very pigmented, so keep that in mind when you're working with it. That in the outer corner, I wanna do like a nice, easy, everyday look because we did create this palette for that purpose, but we also put enough shades in there so you can really bump it up to a nighttime look with also some really great shades that are intimidating, like greens and grays, golds, bronzes. So it really is very universal for so many different skin tones and different times of day. I'm just gonna take whatever is left on that brush and I'm gonna bring it up lightly towards the brow. Okay, I'm gonna take the exact same shade Pudding Girl on a little pencil brush and I'm going to apply it to my lower lash line just to kind of get that step done with. I'm gonna bring that all the way in to the inner corner. I'm not gonna put it on the actual tear duct of the inner corner right here. I'm gonna keep it just on the lower lash line right there, slightly blend it out, and then that's it for now. All right, so since we're keeping this look really simple and daytime appropriate, I'm gonna go immediately in with my next shade, which is Apple Pie right here. It's a really beautiful golden shade, but it's a neutral gold, not a yellow gold, so it's very wearable, very daytime. All right, so we're just gonna go in with a fluffy bear paw brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and just tap this all over the entire lid. Oh my gosh, it's such a pretty color, my God. Gonna go ahead and do the same thing, put that all over the lid, tapping and sweeping it back and forth. I'm gonna pretty much put it on the entire lid all the way over to this area right here where it meets the shadow that we put on previously, but I am not going to bring it up in the inner corner. I'm gonna keep it right there in the crease because we are gonna put a different shade right there for some brightness. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the shade Biscuit. We do have two matte, very fair shades in the palette, one that is neutral and one that's a little bit cooler, Biscuit and Honey, sitting right next to each other. So I'm gonna grab Biscuit, I'm gonna go in with another bear paw brush just like this, nice and fluffy. I'm gonna take that shade and I'm gonna tap it on the inner corner of my eye for some lightness and brightness, and then I will kind of sweep that up into that shadow and bring it a little bit under the lid like this, just to tie that all together and make the eye look really awake and bright. Now I'm gonna go in with the shade Bad Mousy. This is a matte, very neutral, deep brown. I'm gonna go in with just like a little definer brush, whatever works for you. And I'm gonna take that and I'm going to stamp it on my upper lash line lightly, just for like a daytime smoky look. You can totally leave it like this and just do a little shadow and move on. I am gonna put a little liner on there too, just because I'm extra and I like always like to have like a little bit of a defined line just for me personally, otherwise I feel like my eyes get kind of lost, so I'm gonna do that, but you could do this step and stop there and just go straight to mascara. Now I'm going to jump into liner. I'm gonna put a really thin line on my top lash line. I'm gonna go in with one of our new eyeliners in the shade Smooth Black Brown. My mom was obsessed with creating this shade and we're all like, why not just do a black and a brown? And she really wanted a deep, deep brown that's almost borderline black because she thinks black can be too harsh. So she created a beautiful black brown that would think that it's black, but it's not as harsh as black and it's really gorgeous, especially for a daytime look. Lightly, just align the entire upper lash line. Literally, I'm like putting this in my actual lashes, like the base of my lashes. And what this is gonna do is basically when I put on false lashes or mascara, it's just going to make my lashes itself look much fuller as opposed to just leaving shadow. Okay, so I went ahead and just threw on a lash. Like I said, you can do mascara or a lash, whatever suits you and your preference, whatever is easiest. Now, before I go in with my bottom mascara, just for fun, I wanna go in with just like a cute little shade. So I'm gonna grab the shade Moo right here in the palette. I used to call my mom Moo growing up and she hated it because it sounded like a cow, but I was never trying to call her a cow. It was just like short for like mom, mama, for some reason, Moo. So as a little girl, I always called her Moo, and this is one of her favorite shades, this dark matte forest warm green. So I'm gonna put that on the lower lash line and then do mascara. Oh, hi! Can you say hi, yo? Say I love you. Oh, okay. All right, grabbing just a little definer brush right here. I am going to just press that into the lashes on my lower lash line, rubbing that back and forth from outer corner to inner. So I'm gonna keep this pretty light. If you wanna deepen it up, you can go with a bigger brush and really like buff it out and give like an intense green. I'm gonna do this just for like a little something. So when you're out in the daylight, it's not like, oh my God, green, but at the same time, it's a little something and it'll bring more attention to the eye look and your eye color. Okay, so as you can see, I have the green on the lower lash line here and I do not here. You can see, just makes it a little bit smokier, but again, it's not like wow green. It's just very pretty, but still daytime. Okay, so to finish off this look, I'm gonna go in and with one of the lip shades from this collection. We did develop 4 shades together. My mom always always says that a lot of the liquid lips that I have in my line are too warm on her because she is so cool tone, like extremely cool tone. So because of that, she wanted to create nude shades that have more of like a pinky berry undertone. So that's exactly what we did for these, and they are so beautiful. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Sweetheart right here. Every single liquid lip in this collection does come with a matching liner that makes it super easy for you. Okay, so now we're gonna finish off this entire look by going in with my first ever setting spray. My mom was such a huge part in developing this because I am someone who loves like an extremely dewy look, but my mom made it very clear to me that in this collection, she wanted something that's gonna make your makeup last and lock it in all day and all night because she has a problem with everything kind of like slipping and moving away and creasing. So she wanted to lock and load her product. So that's what we have right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a good shake and then mist my entire face. Okay, so now we have the final look. As you can see right here, everything is done. I also did use the face powder in this collection as well on my face. That's what gives like that really kind of pretty glow. I don't have any highlight on. It is not actually sparkly or shimmery, but it just gives such a hydrated looking dewy glow and it looks beautiful on so many different skin tones. My mom and I both love it. We have the lip color right here, and of course the entire eyeshadow look that we completed with the Luxe Legacy Eyeshadow Palette. I cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on this. You can do so many looks. I did something very like basic, everyday, pretty for you. But as you can see, so much potential and possibilities with this shadow palette. It's something that I feel like a makeup artist and the everyday girl and boy really need in their collection. So that's it, you guys. I really hope that you enjoy this video. You guys are so amazing. I love you all. I hope you have the best year ever, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.